Hi friends, this is C.S. Srinivas. Welcome to our channel Knowledge and Wisdom. Today the subject point of discussion is how to live happily in old age. By old age I mean 65 years and above, and I am also one among them. Any old person would long to live maximum number of years possible with maintainable health and of course without creating any problem to his family members, especially the spouse, that is wife or husband. To achieve this, I have few tips and may I throw them? Thank you. Before diving into the tips, we have to understand that there are three ages relevant for any human being. Number one, calendar age, means from date of birth to as on date, that is of course I am 70 years old. Number two, physical age, how strong I am compared to my calendar age. And third and most important is the mental age, how strong I am mentally. No matter how strong I am physically, the mental strength is very important for any person, especially for old people. So now we jump into the tips. As we cannot correct the calendar age, let us focus on the physical age, that is maintaining physical health. I don't want to waste your time on food habits and exercises because I am sure you know better than me. My proposed tips are: number one, mind your foot and have connection with your eyes always. Most of the old people have the beginning of the end only because of breaking their bones, either in bathrooms or in the streets. So we have to be very watchful, and you should be very careful while walking and see the area very carefully. Tip number two, for God's sake, please avoid risky travels and attending unnecessary functions to the maximum extent possible, unless your presence is very important. I am sure even your family members would be happy if you don't accompany with them, because they are also concerned about your health. So as far as possible, try to avoid and have your own balloon of daily routines. Enjoy your life with your spouse. Tip number three, have periodical health checkups, as we are prone for geriatric issues. Geriatric means old age related problems. And be careful on your cognitive assets. Cognitive assets means that hearing capacity, vision and body movement, and of course the shaking of hands, like that. If you find any problem, meet the doctor at right time and have the best medicine possible, and don't compromise on the cost of the medicines, as most people do that, and take care to prevent those hazards at right time. Another tip is always prefer quality dress. Be trendy, of course with decency. Let us not smell bad to anyone. You might ask in what way it is connected to the physical health, but it matters. You might be aware that there is one hormone called dopamine. It is also called happy hormone. If you are fresh, there will be more hormone in you and makes your face glow and happy. Once you are happy, naturally your digestive system portfolios will be functioning perfectly and makes other people with you also happy. Now let us jump into the mental strengths. Tip number 1. As far as possible, try to live separately with your spouse but near your children. Let them come and go. This is very much required. Avoid quarrels between family members, especially women member. I hope you have heard about cat justice and monkey's justice. We Asians follow the cat justice, whereas Westerns follow the other one, that is monkey's justice. Cats will take lot of care to upbring the kitten so that they can live independently, and they spend lot of time for the training of the kitten, whereas the monkey parents do not spare that much time for the baby monkeys, and it is the baby monkey who has to survive following their parents. Monkey will be going on trees and the baby monkey has to follow and catch their parents. Why this analogy is, we have been cats in our 50 to 60 years, taking care of children, thinking of children, about their future, worrying. Now it is time to relax and slowly switch over to monkey theory. Let them handle their own children and let us focus on our separate living. Tip number 2. Not only living separately, but also we have to ensure that we stop interfering in children personal family issues. There could be quarrels between wife and husband, among the siblings. Let us not take side of anyone and be a spectator, and our only objective is to have personal mental peace, to avoid BP and sugar. Tip number 3. Don't get tensed over small issues. Let us accept them and try to find out the alternative viable solutions for sake of our health. One day I had to accompany my friend to a marriage function. When I reached his home, he was hitting his roof as the driver did not turn up for past half an hour. And even during the journey up to reaching of that function hall, he was going on yelling and ranting at the driver. I was sure my friend would croak one day as this type of attitude, and he did finally. So let us not get into this type of unnecessarily angry and tensions. Tip number 4. Don't expect gratitude from any other human being as a matter of fact. It is the common problem from the most of the old people is they would be always talking about their past, how they helped the others and the others are not showing the requisite gratitude, etc. Gratitude is a rare flower in a garden, and let us not expect from each and every person. You want gratitude? Have a dog and it will not disappoint you. So we have discussed regarding physical health. Are they enough? No. The last but not least is financial health. Every person, particularly a old person, should have financial security at our age, as the sources of revenue will be less and quite likely the expenditure could be more. To have the required financial health, the tips are: stop buying properties at this age. Try to have liquid cash as much as possible in deposits nearest to banks where you are staying, so that you or your spouse can withdraw in your urgent requirements. Don't get tempted for lending for sake of higher interest to friends, relatives, etc. I don't think you will get back those amounts lent in your rainy day. Tip number 2: every person, especially an old person, should prepare periodically, say on 1st of January every year, the list of assets he is having in his name or spouse name or children's. Where are they? Where are the documents and the bank details, nominee details, the to whom we owe and from whom we have to get money, along with list of jewelry and gold, etc. details very clearly. You might laugh at me. Why should I do all these things? That too periodically. We should not forget that in families, the internal quarrels will crop up only because of a small issue, say one small chain or other things. So let us be very transparent and make it clear to all your children and especially to your spouse regarding your assets, so that anything happens to us, there will not be any quarrels among them and the distribution will be very peaceful. Tip number 3: let us make the will, if not yet done, immediately. Unfortunately, in India, only 2 to 3% make the will and rest die intestate, that is without writing any will, giving chance for the family members to run around the courts. Whereas in Western countries, they attach the will along with the property. So it is very, very important to make sure to write a will. I personally prefer an open will. Distribute among the members your intentions, why you are making the will in a particular way, so that in satisfaction you can try to resolve when you are alive, instead of leaving the will their hands after your death, paving the way for them to fight among themselves. Tip number 4: let us not forget that our real enemies in old age are not outsiders, but our own family members. When we become sick, generally our children or other family members will hesitate to spend the required money for our treatment. Hence, better to have cash-free health insurance plan at nearest multi-specialist hospital in your town, so that we need not spend from our pocket at that time and have the treatment to recover. So finally, along with physical health, mental health and financial health, the blessings of God also necessary. So let us pray the God to allow us to live as long as possible with best health and happily. Thank you for watching my video, and we'll meet next episode. Thank you.